This is what I hope will be quite a quick video tutorial on how to use a tool called Simply Analytics. Simply Analytics is a tool that enables you to generate maps and spreadsheets displaying demographic information, consumer spending, market segmentation, business locations, and more. You get to Simply Analytics from the Railroad's library homepage by clicking on Research Databases and then S for Simply Analytics. You scroll down the page and choose it from the list. Normally you would log in with your Railroad's username and password here, but I've already done that to save us the trouble. You can also create a personal account with Simply Analytics, which can be useful for saving your work. I'm not going to do that here, but I'm just going to click Sign In as a guest. The first thing you see in Simply Analytics is it's about 6 of these screens, I think, orienting you to the interface, the search screen. Once you get started, what you need to do is type in your location. I'm typing in Victoria, and I want to choose CMA, Census Metropolitan Area. But I could equally choose the country as a whole, a specific province, or I could go all the way down to a postal code. Now the data that you get is not doesn't correspond with the postal code. It corresponds with census geography that most closely corresponds to postal codes, but nonetheless you're able to type in quite a specific area if you want. So I've chosen Victoria CMA. Just for comparison's sake, I'm going to also choose the Nanaimo CMA. So I've chosen my areas and I click Create Project. Now, Simply Analytics gives you 3 variables to get you started. You've got no choice. You have to accept them. You don't have to use them. But it is helpful because it demonstrates what Simply Analytics can do. And then you can move from there. If you go up to the top of the screen here, we can see the 3 variables that we were given: the total population, the median household income, and the percentage of the household population who are between the ages of 25 and 64. So we've got, there's our geography, there's our map, there's our variable. It's showing one variable at a time because that's what you can do in a map, is it shows you one variable at a time. If you want, so the boundary is the census metropolitan area. The white lines within the census metropolitan area are the census subdivisions. Now you can get more granular than that if you'd like. You can go down to census tract, which is a smaller area of geography. So when I did that, my map got more differentiated. So that's how you get started. Over here on the left, you can choose whatever variables you want that better suit your needs than what you were just given. I'm going to click on consumer behavior, and I'm going to generate a map because I want to know how much the average expenditure on dinners out. So restaurant dinners, average total expenditure on restaurant dinners. So if I choose that, you can see the map is regenerating behind the scenes. So we'll close this selection screen. And now what we're looking at is the average total expenditure. It says no location found. You can, that takes a little bit of fiddling. You can generally get it to show your area. Sometimes you have to zoom in or zoom out, but anyway, you can make that work. What you can do as well is you can edit your legend if you want. You can change the ranges. What I would recommend instead, if you want more, if you want to change if you want to fiddle with the ranges, I would suggest that you add categories. That's a safer option. There's a lot of statistical know-how baked in to these ranges, these spending ranges, and you probably shouldn't play with them. You can also move the legend, because notice it's sort of covering up our map. So I'll just click and drag that over here. And then when you are happy with what you have, you can go up here to export in the top right corner. And when I click on that, I'm not going to follow through on that. I've talked long enough. But you can export the map as a PDF or as a JPEG or a couple of other formats as well. So that's it. That's how you get started. I hope that's useful. I'll be back in just a minute with another tutorial on how to generate a spreadsheet.